Episode 4. Riding into Hoi An, you can feel you're entering somewhere special. There's just a magic in the air about this place. Unfortunately for us, though, our time here was overshadowed by sickness and weather. I spent most of the next few days in bed, resting, and missed out on a really amazing place. However, that didn't stop us from filming, as much as this was the most difficult chapter of the trip. So, here's our Hoi An experience. We started off with some shrimp pancakes that, well, I guess we looked like we needed help with, so our server was kind enough to teach us how to roll and eat. And you know that surreal place of ecstatic exhaustion you get during travel? Yeah, that's definitely where we were. Yet again, overwhelming in the best kind of way. All these different layers of beauty and very little time to process them. Stunningly beautiful place that Hoi An is, it may not be for everyone. In fact, take a look here and count the tourist buses. Right, you can't. They go on and on. There are hundreds, which means thousands upon thousands of tourists in this tiny village. Which is great if you're on a date or shopping for a tailored suit, but we were not here for either. And this overcrowded scene was mostly depressing for us.
A little bit too touristy.
So we decided to try our luck at the famed best banh mi in Vietnam, according to, well, Anthony Bourdain, of course. It was good. I mean, really good, but what do we know? We're not experts.
Just had the best banh mi in Vietnam, according to Bourdain. I'm so bored. Oh my gosh, who cares about Bourdain? Seriously, right? I mean, over it.
At this point, our moods were a little salty. Well, at least mine was.
It's actually really impressive how close this place is to being Disneyland.
Tired, sick, yet optimistic, it was time to sleep on this and prepare for yet another day's epic ride.
Day 8 maybe? I don't even know, man. 7, 8, it's sick as crap and it's all rainy and gray and a little tired, but trucking on, trying to get to into the High Van Pass. One of the highlights of the country. Great weather for it, right? Oh yeah, perfect. Van Pass? It is very wet. I wish that there was less fog so I could see the vistas, but the whiteout fog way up in the mountains is kind of enchanting in its own way. So I'm okay with it. We have our own experience. 2.
Still tired and faced with the disappointment of riding the most famous stretch of highway in Vietnam in the rain, we were set on making the most of it. After all, adventure, by my definition, is what happens after things start going wrong. Journal entry 1, first journal entry of the trip. First of one, a series of one. We're doing the High Van Pass today from the Top Gear episode, of course. It's rainy and gorgeous, super misty. A few too many bikers though, like it's really, we went to Hoi An and it was gorgeous at night, but a few complaints about that place, and I did get food poisoning and was deathly ill all night and felt like I was going to die. But I'm still here and we're doing a long ride to Hue today, and yeah, I don't know. Cheers. That's good.
1.5 hour from here to Way.
Yeah,
Maybe 1 hour.
1.5 hours to go slow.
Slowly.
Extremely excited to have discovered the perfect for Matthew for our adventure, the High Van Pass.
Quite possibly the greatest gift I've ever received.
He'll be riding with the wings of eagles and much great luck. We're about to escape an awkward situation here. Breakfast got a little weird. I bought this eagle, but they wanted us to buy everything in the shop, so we're about to bounce out of here. It was delicious, but I don't need a lifetime supply of tiger belly. How'd you like the High Van Pass?
That was pretty phenomenal. That was not at all what I expected.
And so there it was. We'd ridden the famed High Van Pass. Was it the brilliant ride that Top Gear had made it out to be? Perhaps. Were there many better rides to be had in Vietnam? Quite possibly. And yet, all we knew was we were eager to get out into more remote areas of central Vietnam now, hoping to avoid any further tourist hotspots. Still very much under the weather, I spent the night in bed and missed out on what looked like yet another amazing city. Hue is one place I think I'll need to go back to one day.
So we're at least going to Alui. We'll pass through Alui and make it all the way to Khe Sanh, which would be 7 to 8 hours today. We have 4 days left to ride. We want to get as much as we possibly can, so 8-hour drive would be great. Then the next day, maybe a solid 10-hour drive. We'd have 2 10-hour days in a row, and then do it all in reverse to get back to Da Nang 4 days from now.
All right, even at this point, 9 days in, we still thought we were going to ride all day and make it as far as the map said we could.
trying to get a bunch of riding in.
But that's just not how adventure works. However, it's still very much true that the best days of the trip are just around the corner. And it's like I always say, if you sleep through a city, you at least need to get a drone out over it to catch a quick bird's eye on what you missed. Here's Way from the Sky.